My
All right.
coach was saying that she is not going to be shy about emphasizing with the team the importance of repeating, that it's something that this team, one of the few things you haven't done as a group. How do you kind of view that going into the season, just the importance of trying to get that one piece on the resume here?
Well, I think we have such a unique opportunity to have a third chance at trying to, expand our history. So that's an easy sense of urgency that will be added to the motivation that we have this year for taking advantage of not only what we did last year, but what we have again this year to do something that we haven't done in our history books.
Are there things you can take from the previous 2 tries at it that came just a little bit short, or do you look at this as a totally different year on totally different merits?
Yeah, I think every year that we play, we've been able to learn from our successes and our failures. And so we're taking, these past, 4, 5, 6 seasons and taking everything, not just in 2012 or 2014 or 2013, 2011. We want to make sure that every possible scenario that we've experienced, we keep in the back of our minds to push us forward every day in practice more so. But again, this is a new year. We're going to have our own set of challenges for this season. And, we're going to take, again, everything that we've learned and gained and bring it into this year to make us better.
Maya, not unlike when you were at UConn, you're in an organization here where the standard's extremely high every year. What does it take as a player, mentally maybe more than anything, to thrive in an environment that's so demanding?
Discipline. You have to have, I think, a good amount of discipline, and meaning you have to do all the little things so that you're prepared to take all of this. You can't just casually come into an environment like this. You have to come in having your mind ready. You have to come in having your body ready, your emotions ready. You have to be willing to take that criticism. You have to be willing to put in the extra work. And so when you come in having an idea of what it takes to win, which several of us have now, it's not as overwhelming, but it doesn't make it easier. It's still work that you have to put in and embrace and enjoy. But having the people that we have around us every day helps us maintain that level of excellence and that level of competitiveness because we truly enjoy it. So that's one of the benefits of having great people around you as you're trying to maintain that culture of excellence and history making.
And the idea of a winning culture, that's a tangible thing. That's not just the thing people talk about.
Yeah, for sure. I could write a book. I probably will very soon on winning culture. It's something that I've been super blessed to have taught to me and have experienced really since high school. I've had some awesome coaches, some awesome teammates, some awesome communities of basketball communities that support us so well as we're striving for excellence. That it really does come down to first of all your leaders and the type of culture that they live out every day, and then you've got to get good support staff from your captains down to the 12th player off the bench. It doesn't just happen with 2 people. It happens when a lot of people buy into the vision and buy into the values that a winning culture has, whether that's just unselfish play, the work ethic, the discipline, making sure that you're connected with your teammates and you're not just thinking about yourself. These are things that Cheryl preaches from day one, and we have enough people that have tasted and seen how good it is. So it's not a lot of convincing at this point in the game for us as veterans, but some of the new players, which we have this year, have to understand and be shown this is what we do and this is how we do it. And you can win a championship maybe another way, but it's not as fulfilling and as fun the way we do it.
What do you make of this retooled bench? As the starters are familiar, but folks coming in behind you are mostly new.
Yeah, it's definitely new. We were walking into camp, Lindsay Whalen and I, and we were thinking, wow, we're the only 2 who have really experienced a Lynx training camp at some point in our careers. Sylvia, Renee, Gia, they've all come in at different times over the last year. So we had kind of our hands full in the beginning, but I think those players that I just mentioned had already gotten on board with the vision of who we are as a Lynx organization, and they've been able to lead as well in showing some of the rookies and first-time players to this team how we do things. So it's been a challenge, but it's also helped Lindsay and I, to refresh our minds of what are these little things that make us who we are, because we've had to teach them and try to relive them in front of the newbies. So it's been good for all of us.
How much was last year? You guys had so much success. You guys had so much success last year, but how much do you feel you were just scratching the surface?
Yeah, I was touching on that the last few days. The fact that we were great last year, and I thought every game we played, we got a little bit better for the most part in that final series, especially Game 5. But I still don't think we had reached our potential as a unit, and so we've got several additions to the team in the latter half of the season that I still think we were working our way into who we're going to become. And so that is fresh in our minds as well, that last year was great, but it still felt unfinished as far as we can be even better. So I'm excited to continue to work that out with Sylvia especially, and getting her even more comfortable and established on this team. And Renee is coming in now from day one, and she'll be even more comfortable and ready to go. And then some of our new players are very excited to step into a very exciting team. We're an exciting, enthusiastic team, and so people buy into that very quickly. And so I'm excited to know we don't have to waste time trying to convince people. It's just a matter of getting to work.
By all accounts, Lindsay has looked just refreshed in practice so far. Can you talk about what you've seen in her and how beneficial you think the time off this winter was?
Yeah, I know that time off for her was well needed, and she used it to the full. I know I was keeping up with her in the off season a little bit, and just having some conversations more recently of how good that was for her body, for her mind, for just her passion to be able to give even more to this team, because that's the kind of point guard she is. She gives so much to her team. That's why you all love her. That's why we love her. And so now that she has more to give, watch out. It's going to be 2011-esque, I think.
Well, don't you think she's, in her mind, maybe on some level there's something to prove for her too? I mean, after all the injuries she had to go through last year?
Yes and no. Lindsay Whalen I don't think has anything really to prove.
Right.
She is who she is. Everyone knows how amazing she is. And if you don't, you should. She's just played so well over these past few years. I was so happy when she was my teammate in 2012 at the Olympics, and really ever since that 2011-12 time, she's just been one of the best point guards in the world. And I think more so for her, it was just personally wanting to be out there on the court with her team in those times where she was injured, because she loves to play. So I don't know if it's necessarily about proving something, but it's more so just she wants to be on the court with us.
Last question, guys.
It's pretty impressive, Maya. I mean, just for sacrifice. I mean, you all have finite careers, and when you go overseas, you make a lot of money. And so for her to kind of forego that for one season, to make sure she comes back here fresh and healthy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a give and take. Every decision one of us makes, as far as overseas or WNBA, there's going to be pros and cons. And so I know for her, she's getting older, and your body starts to talk to you, and she made the decision to take care of her body in a way that is going to cost her financially, but there's going to be so many benefits and pros to that rest. And whatever decision every player makes, they have to make for themselves, but I'm grateful that she'll be able to benefit now from that sacrifice and the work that she put in to get her body and her mind ready to go for the season.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All righty.